So the first thing you're going to do is, of course, read. And you're going to read for about 45 seconds. Then you're going to listen to a conversation between two students. After that's finished, you're going to get a question that asks you something about the conversation and the reading. Then you're going to get 30 seconds to prepare your notes, your answer to that question, and then you're going to get 60 seconds to speak. The first thing that you're going to see on your computer screen is the reading. And on the screen at the same time, you're also going to see a timer. The computer, the test, is either going to give you 45 or 50 seconds to read the passage, usually 45 seconds. You see, it's not a big difference, but that way you're prepared and you know what might happen. Now, within that time, there are a couple things that you have to understand. The first thing is that the reading is really, for the most part, an announcement. And the announcement is about a change that's happening on campus. So tuition is being increased, a class is being canceled, students are required to do more homework, something like that. Now, within that paragraph, that announcement, it's going to be about 100 words. So it's a good-sized paragraph. And your job is to identify that change. And the university, the announcement, is going to give you 2 reasons for that change. So your job within that 45 seconds is to read it carefully and identify the change and the 2 reasons for that change. Now if you look on the bottom right here, I have in red C for change, R1 for reason 1, and R2 for reason 2. This is what you need to have in your notes so you can be very effective, know exactly what to look for, and have clear and organized notes. Very important. As you see that I have here at the top, C, R1, R2, and those are the notes that come from the reading. Now below that I have what I call an MW chart. Now the reason for that is the listening is going to be a conversation between a man and a woman. So M for man, W for woman. Always the difference is a male voice and a female voice. Now one of these students is going to either support or oppose everything in the reading. So what does that mean exactly? Could be the man, could be the woman. What one of them is going to do is that student is going to either support or oppose the change and support or oppose the following reasons. So the man could say, oh, I think the change is a great idea. And then he provides 2 reasons to support his opinion of why it's a good idea. But what he's going to do is actually going to support the reasons in the reading. So for example, let's say the change is a 10% increase of tuition. And the first reason is, more money for facilities. And the second reason is more money for teachers. So let's say you hear the conversation. The male student has the opinion. So what's the opinion going to be? Oh, I think the tuition increase is a great idea. Then how is the student going to support himself? We really need new research facilities. Last time I was in my chemistry lab, the facilities were terrible. And you know what? The idea about the new teachers is true too. Our teachers, we don't have that many. We need more. We need better classes. And the woman is just going to kind of be pushing the student along. Oh yeah? Really? So all you have to do is focus on that one student giving the heart of the information and know that that information is going to support or oppose what you read. Question. The question is probably the least important part because the question will always be the same. Describe the student's opinion and the reasons he or she gives for it. Draw 4 circles. So the first circle goes around all the words that deal with the change that you read about in the announcement, your notes on that. Do not circle the reasons because you're not going to say them. They're a waste of time, and this is the important piece of information. So again, don't say them. We just took notes to help us understand the conversation better. Now, in the conversation, one of the students gave their opinion and reasons. So what you're going to do is draw 1 circle around all the words that deal with that student's opinion. Then what you're going to do is draw another circle. So this is the 3rd circle around all the words that deal with the first reason, and then a 4th circle around all the words that deal with the second reason. So at the very end of your 30 seconds to prepare, you should have 4 circles. And don't forget that as you're circling, review the words so that you know what you're going to say. So the first sentence that you're going to deliver talks about the reading. You must have it, very important, necessary for your score. The reading states that, and tell me about the change. Tuition is being increased by the university. Something like that. You see that we're not going to mention the 2 reasons in the reading. Don't need to, takes too much time. The next sentence, the man's opinion is that, and tell me what that is. This is a great idea. This is a good or a bad idea. Then after you give me the man's opinion, you're going to say he provides 2 reasons. So it's nice, clear, and structured. Then you say first, describe the first reason, right? Second, describe the second reason, and then finish with a conclusion. That's why the man thinks it's a great idea. So in the end, you're going to use the information from the first circle here, the second circle here, the third circle here, and the fourth circle here. So that's going to be very clear and easy for you to do. Here are a couple of big tips. First, don't worry about paraphrasing or changing what you heard. Say it the exact same way with the exact same words. You're a reporter here. You're not really expected to change anything dramatically. Use the key words that you heard. Don't worry about that. Remember, everything that I'm teaching you is tested. I've done it on the test. I've helped a lot of students succeed, get 26 and above, because they followed this method. So it works. Another thing that I want you to do is know that the timer is your friend. So whenever you practice, practice with the timer. Now the test always counts down from 60 seconds, not up. So that means that when you hit about 43 seconds, you want to be finished with these 3 sentences. That way you have enough time to explain the reasons. You want to spend about 20 seconds, or maybe a little more if you can, describing each of the reasons, so you get all the detail you can. And then of course in the last 3 seconds, just shoot out the concluding sentence. And in the end, that'll be a powerful way to show the person grading you that you heard everything, understood the structure, and deserve the highest score possible. Now you've learned everything there is to learn about question number 3. So what to do next? Practice. And if you click on the link below, you'll go to my site where there's a free question that copies exactly the structure that you just learned, exactly what you're going to get on the test. You have a link so that you can record yourself. You can actually record your answer, put it online. And within a few days, 1 to 2 days, I'll listen to you exactly, and I'll tell you what score you would get if you delivered that speech on the test. I'll give you feedback on how to improve your score a few points, get a 26 or above in the speaking section for that question. So it's really powerful stuff. And once you practice that question, I have about 5 or 6 pages of detailed notes taking you through the question, explaining how you should have taken notes, giving you example notes and example answers. And it's a great way not only to hear your speech, but other students' speech as well. So if you're on YouTube, click the link below. If you're on my site, just go ahead and practice the question, and don't forget to record your response.